Now, despite the fact that there are these various dangers involved, as long as you're protecting yourself right and you are learning how to use these chemicals properly, you should be able to mitigate your risk to be very slim, if none at all. It's just a matter of using the right gear, practicing on glass before you go and practice on your customer's glass, and then really knowing how to use these chemicals. And when you can do that, then you can charge a lot of money for doing window restoration. With a residential account, I'm going to charge anywhere from $15 to $30 per pane, assuming that they're smaller windows. And then of course with a commercial account who have large panes of glass, I'm going to charge anywhere from $30 to $50 per pane. And that might sound like a lot, but when you're dealing with a window pane that's maybe the size of a sliding glass door, like both doors together, size of glass like that or bigger, and maybe the majority of the window has hard water damage, you want to be in the $50 range. You're going to be using a lot of chemical there, and you do have, like I said, a lot of risk. If you screw up that window pane, then either the glass is going to have to be replaced, or hopefully someone can come and buff that out, or even better, if you offer a buffing service, then I guess you'll be buffing it out. You really want to get paid for the amount of risk that you're taking on. It's really important that you also explain to your customer beforehand about the hard water damage. Let them know that, hey, I'm here to clean your windows, but this has hard water damage that's not going to come off with the window cleaning. Would you like me to do window restoration and fix the hard water damage? If so, I need to do that in the whole process of cleaning your windows, not afterwards. You don't want to have to come back and do window restoration after you've already done the window cleaning, because now you're just, you're doubling back, and you're going to make the same money, but it's going to take you longer because you've already done the cleaning and you've moved on to other windows, and now you got to go back, do the restoration, clean that off, when you could just do the restoration up front and finish cleaning the window right after. So you're going to save yourself a lot of time there, and it's just going to be more efficient for doing another job that day or finishing that particular job that day. You also want to let your customer know that it's hard water damage, because if they don't want you to have it treated, you don't want them thinking at the end of your job that you didn't do your job right and you didn't clean the windows, and then them being like, oh, well, why isn't my window clean? Well, ma'am or sir, that's because this is not dirt. This is hard water damage. And then you have to get into that discussion then, and then they're going to be like, well, hey, why didn't you tell me this up front? Always be upfront with your customer and talk about hard water damage before you begin window cleaning. Not every home or business is going to necessarily have hard water damage, but typically, from my own experience, I've noticed that just about every single home probably has one or maybe two panes of glass where it's getting a little bit of hard water damage from the sprinklers hitting the glass. And then as far as commercial buildings go, I would say almost every single commercial building is going to have some windows with hard water damage. Now, it's not always necessarily 100% of the time, but most of the time, every commercial building has some windows that have hard water damage, and it's just a matter of, do they care about the hard water damage, or do they just want you to clean the windows and they could care less about getting the hard water damage treated? That happens. Other customers are going to be like, no, I want it all clean, I want it to all look perfect. You really need to discuss that with your customers up front so that you can give them an accurate quote, and so also that you can know what you need to bring to the job site. I don't always bring all my hard water damage stuff with me to every site. Just because it's not something I do all the time, and I don't really like carrying around the chemicals and the idea of them possibly opening and spilling in my vehicle. And it's also just a lot of extra gear to lug around. I mean, if you have the space, if you have a big enough vehicle, then absolutely you might just carry it with you everywhere you go. But like me, if you were working out of your car like I was for the first several years of my business, I was limited on space. I didn't want to have to lug everything. And then once I did get a van, I was just kind of used to not bringing everything with me all the time, so I didn't. And so you need to be thinking about, space and all those sorts of things too. So that's why it's always good to talk to your customer well in advance before you even get to the job site, to know what their needs are and what you need to bring. Because there is so much potential liability in doing hard water damage, and because customers are going to want that at some point, you need to decide if you even want to offer that service. I know for the first several years of my business, I didn't offer hard water damage restoration, but when I started learning how much money I could make from it, and people kept asking me, well, who can treat my window, who can fix my window for me, and I'm just thinking, okay, I should be doing this. I'm the window cleaner. This is really my responsibility. This is my field of expertise. I should know how to clean this off, and I should be able to offer this service. So I finally did get into it. But if you are going to decide to offer this service, you really do need to have liability insurance. in case you do fry the glass and you have to replace the window, if it can't be buffed out or whatever, or even if you got to pay to have it buffed out, you're just going to have a really unhappy customer if you mess up their glass. So it's really important to have that liability insurance to cover you for these kind of things. So don't go doing hard water restoration unless you have liability insurance. So to wrap it up, I think I'm just going to say, if you ever fry the glass, it's definitely going to ruin your day. It's happened to me before. It's the worst thing, even though it's great to make good money doing water restoration or hard water restoration, like window restorations, what I'm trying to say here. Even though you can make good money doing that, when you fry the glass, it's going to ruin your day. So kind of like a 50-50 thing, and you're going to have to just decide for yourself if it's a service you really want to offer. Honestly, starting out as a beginning window cleaner, I would recommend that you don't even offer hard water damage restoration. I would just be knowledgeable on the subject and be able to talk to your customer and just say, you're going to need to find someone who does hard water restoration. I don't. Here's the reasons why I don't, because of the liabilities. They're going to understand that, and then maybe as you become more an experienced window cleaner a few years down the road, you might look into actually adding this as an add-on service to your window cleaning service. Just starting out, it's just a headache that you don't want to have to deal with, and right now you should just be focused on learning how to clean windows and everything else involved with the business aspect of running your business, and not have to be worried about frying someone's glass. That's the last thing you want starting off your new business. That's not going to go good for customer reviews. Alright, so if you found any information in this video you found useful, please go ahead and give me the thumbs up, and please subscribe to this YouTube channel to be part of this window cleaning community here on YouTube, and to show YouTube that you do find valuable content from this channel. Also hit the notification bell if you want updates on any new videos coming out, and don't forget to leave any comments down below if there's anything you want to know more about. Visit my website, windowcleaningdude.com. Everything there is free for you to learn. Everything for how-to videos to how to use the equipment, where to find all this stuff, how to run your business start to finish. Everything's there. It's basically a free franchise for you. And I will see you in the next episode.